So what if I told you that to become a truly great coach, the very first thing you need to do is turn your camera off? I know, it sounds totally backwards, right? But today, we're going to explore this incredible training philosophy that actually uses the absence of video to unlock a level of listening you won't believe. Think about it. We are so wired for Zoom calls and on-screen meetings that we just assume seeing someone is the best way to connect, the best way to learn. But is that always true? What if, for a skill as deep and subtle as coaching, all that visual information is actually just noise? Okay, let's really get into this. Our whole lives, we're taught that eye contact is everything in communication. And in our digital world, we've just translated that to camera on. It's become this automatic default setting we don't even question anymore. But this assumption, it might just be holding us back. So let's go ahead and challenge that assumption. What happens when we intentionally take away the visual part to unlock a kind of hidden superpower? Well, this is the core idea behind what's called the acoustic edge, and it's a huge part of the methodology used at the Coach Training Alliance to build truly elite coaches.
This slide really breaks it down. Look at the left side. On any video call, your brain is working overtime, trying to juggle all these visual cues. You're trying to read facial expressions, judge their body language, and let's be honest, you're probably getting distracted by the cat walking by in their background. Now, look at the right. In an audio-only space, all of that brain power gets refocused. You start to hear what really matters, the tiny shift in their tone, the way their pace speeds up when they're excited, or the powerful emotion hiding in a single moment of silence.
This isn't just a different way to listen. It is a fundamentally deeper way. It's about hearing what's underneath the words. And that, right there, is the secret sauce of a masterful coach. It's a core skill they have to learn and develop.
So how does this actually work inside our heads? Well, this isn't just some feel-good theory. It's actually grounded in real neuroscience. Let's dig into how our brains physically adapt to create this powerful acoustic edge.
Our brains are masters of efficiency. Think of it like this. When one of your senses is less active, your brain doesn't just let that processing power go to waste. No way. It reassigns it to heighten your other senses. It's the exact same reason you might close your eyes to really truly savor a piece of music. Your brain is dedicating more resources to the act of hearing.
And because of that reallocation, your brain's ability to process what you're hearing becomes incredibly sharp. You literally start to hear more, not less. All the nuances you would have missed while you were busy processing visual data, now they come through with amazing clarity. It's like your hearing just got a serious upgrade.
And what do you get with this listening upgrade? The results are a total game changer for any coach. Your ability to pick up on patterns in how someone speaks gets dramatically better. Your intuition, that gut feeling about what's really going on, gets so much stronger. And your presence, your ability to be 100% focused with that other person, it just deepens in a way you can't fake.
Now, the neuroscience here is fascinating for sure, but there's an equally powerful psychological benefit that's happening in an audio-only format. We call it the anonymity advantage, and it's all about creating the absolute perfect conditions for learning.
Just think about how you feel on camera. Even on a good day, there's always that little bit of pressure to perform, isn't there? You gotta look engaged, nod at the right times, manage your facial expressions. Well, when all that pressure is gone, our nervous system can finally take a breath and just relax. We shift out of that constant low-level stress mode.
And here is the single most important result of that relaxation. A calm, regulated nervous system is the perfect state for learning. When we aren't subconsciously worried about being watched or judged, our brain is free to soak up new information, build new pathways, and develop complicated skills so much faster.
So what this does is create this rare, protected space for students. It lets them learn without that constant draining pressure of performance. The focus shifts completely from how you look while you're learning to the actual process of learning itself. This psychological safety gives you the real freedom to just be a learner again. It means you can ask the questions you're actually thinking, not just the ones that make you sound smart. It gives you the courage to try out a new coaching skill and be a little clumsy at first. It lets you say, I don't know. And maybe most importantly, it gives you permission to make mistakes. Because mistakes aren't failures, they are the raw material of real learning.
There's a formal name for this super important stage of learning. It's called conscious incompetence, and it's that amazing, humbling moment when you suddenly become aware of what you don't know yet. A great learning environment doesn't try to rush you through this, it honors it. It knows that this is where true, lasting skill development for adults really begins.
And the Coach Training Alliance makes this environment even safer by using these really intimate, small groups.
This structure means you're a valued member of a close team, not just another face on a giant screen. You get personal attention and a real sense of belonging without ever feeling like you're being singled out or put on the spot.
So the bottom line is this. The end result is a learning sanctuary. It's a space where the focus is 100% on growth and skill, completely free from the anxiety of having to perform. And it's in this protected space that real transformation happens.
So you can see how this isn't just a random choice. The acoustic edge is a deliberate, powerful strategy. When you brilliantly combine the neuroscience of better listening with the psychology of a safe, pressure-free space, you create the perfect incubator to forge the true core skills of a masterful coach.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. And this question isn't just for aspiring coaches. It's for every single one of us. In your own life, in your conversations with the people that matter to you, what hidden layers of meaning, of emotion, and connection could you start hearing if you just learned to listen differently?